Happy, thank God, Thirsty Thursdays and everything. This is OG Algeron broadcasting live with no jive from Detroit City, where it's only going to be a high of 38 degrees today. So y'all better dress warm out here because the low is going down to 29 jive ass weather. And today, got a special guest on our show and everything. And special guests, do you want to remain anonymous or do you want to let them know what's going on with you today for this today's edition of the road rage that needs to stop in Detroit, Michigan?
I don't have to give her name. Give her my name.
Okay. This is my baby sister Sharon and everything. And she once had a little bit of road rage issues for years and everything, but she had to stop just like I did. We both had road rage for years, but when we had kids, we said, hey, we got to stop this. You know what I'm saying? Can't be doing the stuff that you really want to do out here to people because you really want to just say, hey, I want to take these people and, teach them a lesson. But you can't do that all the time and everything. So it was a wake up call when the kids came. You know what I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
other than that, a lot of people out here just don't understand about a lot of stories that happen in Detroit City.
Mm-hmm.
People being shot up with AK-47 just for putting fingers up.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And I remember 3 families got shot less than like 8 days. I'm like, are you fucking serious? It was two on the west side, one on the east side. And that's when people used to always say, right before that, the east side is worse than the west. But you got to think about it, it's way more people on the west side now. And a lot of east siders have moved to the west side. Like, I'm from the east and I live west. But I'm not the person that actually caused drama on the west. I ain't one of the Pookies or Ray Rays or Leroy's. But if you fuck with me, I can get Pookie-ish, Ray Ray, and Leroy-ish, and Mac Avenue-ish, and the Gemini-ish at the same time. But that's why we don't need to even activate that side of me. You know what I'm saying? So it was an incident recently. It happened out in Southfield on Northwestern Highway. Some asshole kept brake pumping me. You know what I'm saying? You can't keep doing that to people. He had like 6 car lengths in front of him, but he wouldn't drive up. And it was an asshole on the side of me. He kept driving the same speed limit as me. I think these two punk motherfuckers was together and just fucking with somebody. Had to be. Because they did this shit for a whole damn mile and a half, almost 2 miles. Then all of a sudden, we finally get to like little intersection up there. It's busy traffic coming. And then all of a sudden he did that shit again. I'm like, this motherfucker's fucking with me. And then all of a sudden when he did it, my brakes, I don't know what the fuck happened, but shit, I pumped them motherfuckers and they wasn't slowing down. So with my good driving skills, I drove on the fucking island of Northwestern Highway. Luckily, we wasn't on the freeway part. We was on the street part, you know? So once we got off of that shit and went on the island, my car finally slowed down at about 6 car lengths and everything. I was probably a couple feet away from hitting a tree. If I would have hit that tree, I don't know what would have happened to homeboy. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But luckily some people was in the car with me too. So that probably would have saved them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So get them an insight on what you really think about all this ghetto road rage shit and how people can stop this because they need to, stop this kind of stuff out here.
As a former road rager myself, I think a lot of times we just need to kind of relax and calm down and realize, it's not a rush to get to where we gotta go. Sometimes you gotta slow down and take your time and pay attention to what's going on, and and understand, it's crazy out here. Like you said, people killing each other and you know beating each other up, cutting each other off, and giving somebody a finger. You never know what kind of day a person is having. Today just might be that. you might have been that person's last straw and this last breath for you. And it's not worth it at the end of the day, over a car. A car can't be replaced, but our lives cannot. So we gotta stop. We gotta stop the violence altogether, especially with this road race. Everything's getting out of hand. And too many lives are getting lost for little to nothing. We definitely gotta stop. Absolutely.
That's what's up. Y'all heard what Baby Sis said. You know what I'm saying? Like this. It's like you gotta realize something. You don't need to actually plan your own fucking funeral over some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because these people are tightening you up quick and put you in the dirt because a lot of them is real dirty out here. See, these people so dirty, they might have took a shower before they got out that day, but that don't mean they ain't one of the dirtiest motherfuckers that you don't want to be around. You know what I'm saying? And I don't give a damn if they brush their teeth and everything. They still could be like a disloyal dragon that's mixed in with Satan's people, helpers and shit. You know what I'm saying? And they just want to do some dirty shit today. And you don't got to look dirty to be dirty. You know what I'm saying? So y'all chill out with all that and everything, and everybody just get the wake-up call out here and try to be more respectful to people on the road and everything. Sometimes somebody might cut you off, but guess what? They're going to cut you off again. It's not going to stop. And sometimes that person might have an emergency. You know what I'm saying? You don't never think about it like that because you got to cut people off when you got an emergency, right? So stop calling them assholes. Like, why he do that? You never know what the situation is. Somebody probably could be breaking in their house right now and they see this shit on their phone. They like, oh shit, I gotta hurry up and get back to the crib. They might be blowing the horn at you, alerting you to slow down so they get in front of you, and you bumping your sound so hard you ain't paying no attention. You don't even hear a horn. So cut that music down a little bit and be more alert for out here, because some of y'all gonna get hit by EMS like my homeboy did, on a fire truck. And you don't want that shit to happen.
The other day, what was that? It was on the news. The car hit the bus and put the bus off track, off the whole street.
Yeah, that shit keep happening too. Over and over again.
Exactly.
Disloyal, reckless driving motherfuckers. I saw this shit happen not too long ago on Grand River. I'm talking about a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And you talking about a different incident.
Exactly. 2 different incidents.
I'm like, damn.
That car hit that bus so hard, it jumped off the whole road onto the sidewalk into a building.
That's fucked up.
That's how fast that car was going. A bus, a car. Not an SUV. A car hit the bus.
And you know how heavy them motherfucking buses is.
Exactly. Just imagine how fast that car was going.
Because the thing is, some asshole had ran into my FedEx truck on the east side, and he had totaled a Suburban. This motherfucker was doing about at least, I would say he probably was doing about 60 miles an hour, because when I drove up to the side street, even though, certain side streets over there don't have signs on each side, like yellow signs, stop signs, I still slow down before I go through. Now, I had the right of way. Even though I had the right of way, I still am going to take off like a bat out of hell. And then, with all the weight on that truck and everything, you can't take off real fast anyway, because my packages would be everywhere. So I took off like a normal person take off. He was nowhere around. Then all of a sudden, he just came out of nowhere. That's how fast he was driving. This motherfucker came like a bullet. So he must have sped up or something and ran right smack into the fucking truck. And all I could see was the facial expression of him like, oh shit. That's what I saw. And it was too fucking late. And when he got out that truck, he was limping and shit. And I'm looking at him and just shaking my head like, what the fuck was you thinking about? And he was like, my bad, my bad, my bad. He just kept saying, my bad, my bad, my bad. And I like, man, yeah, you're bad too. You just hit a federal truck. He like, this is a federal truck? I was like, what do you think? What you think? What you think FedEx stand for? Just nothing? FedEx, UPS, and DHL, Purelator, and the motherfucking the mail trucks, all of them are federal trucks.
Right.
So if you hit one of them motherfuckers, you federally fucked. And this motherfucker say he ain't had no license.
Of course, probably ain't insurance.
So I said, man, he seemed like he was not a bad person at all when he talked to me, because he really begged me to say, man, please try to get me out of this situation. And I said, man, and he told me his little side by story and everything. And he kept apologizing. And I said, you know what, man, I'm going to try to see what I could do for you. So I called them up and told them what was going on and everything. I gave them homeboy situation. And they're going to say, we're going to see what we can do for him. So luckily, they didn't get homeboy in trouble. Because they was like, you know, we're going to hurry up and handle us ourselves so the police won't come and take him to jail and all that shit. So he got lucky, you know. But his truck didn't get lucky. His truck was totaled. Yep. So that was his fault, though. And I said, my man.
Yeah, it was.
And I said, how often do you drive through these streets this fast on a side street without stopping at stop signs and yelp signs and shit?
All the time.
And this motherfucker told me, he said, man, I usually don't run all of them. So that mean you all never stop, probably. I usually don't run all of them. Sound like a dumb ass motherfucking answer. But it was almost honest, though. So he basically, you might not be a bad person, but you's an asshole behind that motherfucking wheel with the road rage. And even though he probably don't run into people all the time, he was already basically, it was his time. One day he was gonna run into somebody, he probably knew it, and probably was gonna say, damn, I can't believe it happened.
Right.
But you prevented the shit. It's your fault. Ain't nobody else's fault but yours. So thanks a lot for being a part of the Disloyal Podcast show today and everything. And I always appreciate your support. You always been supportive and everything forever and ever. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna take this part 2 of this show back on and everything pretty soon. We'll be letting everybody know about it, you know what I'm saying? So we'll keep you posted and everything. We'll keep you updated on it and everything. And we'll actually have a great day out here today, Detroit. There's no road rage. Hopefully a lot of people listen to this and everything from all over the globe, not just in Detroit, because they got road rage in every continent in the globe. All 7 continents got it. Even if you're driving in the dirt, they got road rage. You know what I'm saying? So slow the fuck down and everything. All right? And even if y'all driving those cruise ships, don't just keep cruising, motherfucker, if you're drunk or high. You pull that motherfucking ship over and dock it. Because one of my baby sisters on the cruise ship right now. If something happened to her, guess what? I'm on the way down there. It's going to be slow singing, flower bringing for your ass. So peace out in the Middle East with no hair grease and everything. And we'll get back with y'all on the next edition of the Disloyal Podcast Show. For sure.